Hello folks, and welcome to a Wise Game video. In today's video, we're going to be covering DragonFlight. What I'm actually going to be showing in today's video is the PvP changes when it comes to the gear for 10.2, which will be called DragonFlight Guardians of the Dream. So let's dive right in and give this a look. I just want to say right from the start that the internet right now does not provide hardly any information when it comes to covering the PvP gear changes for Season 3. All the results I was still getting was for the season that we're actually still playing right now. So to help me with this, I went on to the public test realm. So we are going to be able to see some of the changes that we could expect, but always keep in mind that these things can still change. Okay, now let's jump in and let's look at the gearing. Now keep in mind, in today's video, I'm just going to deal with PvP vendor gear. So the first one up is the honor gear. And this is going to be really short because basically it comes down to one thing. There's really no information about the new honor gear. I can't even find a PvP vendor in the public test realm that carries the honor gear. It still has the old honor gear vendor that we've been using right along in DragonFlight, but the gear that he's carrying right now on the PTR is the same that we have on the actual retail Season 2 game. So the only thing I was able to find when it came to the honor gear for Season 3 is this little snippet right here that I got from a website that I never even heard about before. So how accurate this is, we're going to soon see. So it's saying right here that it's probably going to be a PvE item level of 405 to 431 item level, and PvP 476 item level. So when they say PvP, that means being in a battleground arena or war mode. But everything else on the public test realm, as far as I know, still remains the same as what we have now in retail for the honor gear. Now I also want to add too that if I find any new discoveries or any changes, I'm going to post it down in the comments section of today's video. Next up is Militia. Militia is the PvP vendor located in the actual PvP room. During Season 2, the current season that we're playing right now, she's carrying the Scale Warden gear. But for Season 3 that's going to be coming out soon, her gear did get a facelift and an upgrade. So now let's give Mal a look. So right now in the current game, hers is the Scale Warden's gearing, which is obtained by collecting bloody tokens from like World PvP. So we could see right here, right now during Season 2 on the game, her item level when it comes to base stats is 392. Upgradable by 2 levels. But then while in a PvP situation, arena, battlegrounds, and war mode, they jump up to item level 434. Let's see what they're planning on doing with her for the next season. So we could see right here, this is the new gear that's going to be getting added in Season 3 that's on the PTR at this moment. And it's called the Hellblooms. The stock item level of these jumped up to 450, which will also increase in arenas, battlegrounds, and war mode to a whopping 486 item level. That's huge. But now they did change the currency needed for her. So now you're going to need the bloody tokens plus Trophy of Strife to obtain her powerful gear and weapons. Now last on our list when it comes to PvP vendors is the Conquest vendor. Now Conquest gear, as we know, in the game for PvP is the best gear that you could get. And yes, they did get a facelift for Conquest plus an upgrade to the gear. Now for the public test realm, they're located in our capital cities. So for Alliance, it's going to be Stormwind, and for Horde players, it's going to be Orgrimmar. And if you're playing on the public test realm, you could get this gear for free. And then when this patch actually goes live, I'm sure that the Conquest vendors will be where they always are in Valdragon. As I showed earlier on the map, the PvP room. Let's take a look at the gear and weapons. Okay, now just to compare so we could see the changes, right now in Season 2, the current game, the Conquest gear is called Obsidian. And the item level stock for this is 408, upgradable levels of 9. But then in a PvP situation, again, Arenas, Battlegrounds, or War Mode, it's going to go up to the item level of 450. Let's take a look and see what it's going to be now for Season 3. So now the gear and weapons for Season 3 for Conquest did get a different name. It's now called Verdant Gear, which comes in at an unbelievable item level of 463 stock, which is going to cap off in Arenas and Battlegrounds and War Mode at 489 item level. That is huge. So that's an increase of 39 item levels. So I guess it's time to start gearing up pretty soon there, guys. So before wrapping up today's video, let's take a look at the upgrade vendor, or I should say the NPC, which is located in the same PvP room. Because I read on a website and forums that now Honor Gear is going to be able to be upgraded for PvP. I highly doubt it. So let's give it a look and see. So looking at this right here, we could see that yes, it is going up with each level that I improve. But it's only for PvE. If we look down at the bottom where it says PvP, Arenas, and Battlegrounds, we see that it still remains at 437. But again, this is in reflection to the Season 2 gear that I have. The Season 2 Honor Gear. Now, I don't know if Season 3 is going to change this, but I highly doubt it. So I guess once it comes live, we're going to have to wait and see. And then again, as always, we also have a transmogger here. So a vendor that sells PvP gear just for the cosmetics. And that's about it, folks. That's about all I have for today's video. This is all the information I was able to find at this time. I hope that this information helped. Again, we could always expect some changes coming along because after all, it's still in development. But as of right now, 10/22/2023, this is the information that's floating about. So I thank you so much for stopping by and checking out Wise Gamer. Feel free to sub up, ring that bell notification down below, do what you can and add a comment. We love to hear from you. And until the next time, you folks have yourself a fantastic day.